Hello everyone, Latonya Davis here. I would like to remind you to subscribe, like, or comment to my YouTube channel, and make sure you share it and show people what I have to say. Okay. Well, I talk about the desegregation program in the St. Louis area, and it would be a disadvantage to talk about desegregation and not mention race. As an African American teacher, I've luckily never had the opportunity to pull out the race card, and I'd like to keep it locked away. Um, what a lot of people don't know about me is where I worked, I was the only African American teacher, certified teacher in my district for 13 years. There were two special school district teachers who were really good, but they worked with specialized kids. But I catered to every student. I was an elementary PE teacher, and I also started the track program in the high school. In my district, the three schools, it was elementary, middle, and high school. There was 35% African American, and I was the only African American teacher. That could be a large challenge on someone. However, I did embrace it. And since I've been there, I've gotten full support from the staff, the students, and the parents there, which was awesome. And the funny thing is, I didn't even realize I was the only African American teacher until someone told me a few years in my teaching. There was even an article I have here, an article written about that by the St. Louis Beacon, which is a PBS company. Article is here. Back in 2009, it states, the title is, "As St. Louis County Classrooms Become More Diverse, Teachers Remain Largely White." And the article about, the part of the article that's about me, it says, "In Valley Park, 1 out of 120. The lone African American teacher in Valley Park is Latonya Davis, 30. I was 30 at the time. A product of the city-county desegregation program. After college, Davis worked for Rockwood. She's been in Valley Park for 5 years. It is uncommon to find her getting to know students in unusual ways. She takes them to movies, attends their sporting events, and joins them for occasional rides and go-karts and incredible pizza. And later on in the article, it talks about how different advice that I've given students over the years, and also advice that I've given school districts, which is what I'm doing now, and obviously what I'll be working on in my book. I hate to compare the two. Oh, I talked to, moving back, I talked to the people that I've worked with, and they are working on making our school more diverse. And I'm really excited to see what they are going to do, what changes that they're going to make. But I hate to compare the two, moving back, but the situation, the situation in Ferguson occurred, a lot of people looked at the ratio of African American cops versus Caucasian cops, and the difference wasn't even 50%. And what I think about in this situation is, how can kids relate to people that don't look like them? Or how can people that don't look like them understand them, or know how to build relationships with people that are not like them? And this is where the desegregation program can benefit. African American kids need to see people that look like them in authority or successful positions, so they can all see that there's a way out, that you don't have to just live in the hood and that's just the way it is. It's really important that they see people that have the same color as them in, as a police officer, a teacher, or even an engineer, or even higher. I also thought about myself in this situation, in numbers, and of African American people along my own journey. Well, my parents could never afford for me to to participate in a dance class or lots of sports that I wanted to participate in. And even if they did, we didn't have a car to get me there. So I was already at a loss there. When I was in college, there was a few in my graduating class when I got my bachelor's, and I was probably the only one that graduated when I got my master's, the only African American person. Then I think of, my teaching organization. When I go to conferences, PE conferences, there's only a handful. And I was on the board of my organization, and I was the only African American on the board there. So, I wonder, this goes back to kids not seeing people that look like them, African American kids not seeing people that look like them in leadership roles. If they only see them in music videos or on sports teams, then they think that's all they can do. And that's not okay. Parents, we need to show our kids that the sky is the limit and they can do anything they put their minds to. All kids. And they can be successful at it as well. I had many amazing teachers in Rockwood show me that when I transferred there, they showed me that, I could be whatever I wanted to be if I worked hard. And some of those teachers I still keep in touch with today. And we need to continue telling our kids, all of them, that, they have opportunities out there and not just, playing on the NFL or being a reality star. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for listening. Please like, share, or comment on my page, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.